This is like telling you a loud secret right here. We use cups. We use drinking vessels. We use actual beverage holders. Beverage holders to hold beverages. I even have more. I drink multiple beverages.
Jar.
This right here is gross.
Jar for the
You will not find a woman
have?
drinking out of her shoe, especially. Wait, what? I'm just in the middle of a. Let me finish this quickly. My cat is trying to.
Oh, there we go.
You will not find a woman drinking out of.
Take that, Jenna.
Can we
Rampant
change this segment to
sexism must
but
come to
no?
an end.
Like, what is? Oh,
Oh, Jenna left.
Jenna's out.
Wow. She's
Jenna's
gone.
out.
Okay, so the Clippers need some extra points. You know what Boogie's supposed to do, bounce it off the rim, try to get the rebound and score. Got to hit the rim, though. Boogie forgot. He just bounces it off the backboard. That doesn't work. But something has sort of gotten into your old buddy Kevin Wilde's brain. And a lot of people are saying, wow, Wildes is like Brad Pitt in Moneyball, handsome and everything. Oh, well, you're saying that, not me. I've got Dusty, our researcher, on a new assignment. After seeing Giannis miss so many free throws, the Bucks come up with some of these free throws and turn them into points. And I say, Dusty, how about you and I play Brad Pitt? I get to be Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. Can you run the numbers on is it a good thing to purposely miss the second free throw all the time, a la Steve Adams and Russell Westbrook from a few years ago? Make this not just an end-of-game thing, we're desperate thing. Make this your actual strategy. I don't know the science behind it. Dusty is there crunching the numbers as we speak. We'll have an update later on the show. The only thing I do know is that I am the new Brad Pitt in Moneyball. More updates as the show continues.
Time for a little drawing a blank. The Phoenix Suns now just a game away. By the way, I'm back from a trip to the NBA Finals, in case you didn't know. That after a big Game 4 win over the Clippers Saturday night. Suns can thank their big trio of CP-3, Devin Booker, and Deandre Ayton for that win. Ayton, by the way, asked after the game about his star point guard. Take a listen.
I love CP, man. Like I said, that's really the only teammate that really pushed me, like big bro type push, knowing what I got and that I never thought that I had. I think he was the best thing that happened to my career. You know, I can say that every day. You know, just C is really a dude who pays attention to detail. It's not how he said, it's what he's saying. You know, I think most people don't get. You know, it's just a message for real, and he cares so much. It's actually crazy. I never know a guy that, you know, cares so much about basketball and compete at everything. And you know, it's contagious, and you know, that's what it built in me as well. And you know, just having him as a teammate and the experiences that he's went through and teaching me the little things has helped me, man, and it's working.
All that love for CP3, said the man who's wearing Devin Booker on his shirt. All right, Brandon, Ayton's comments on Chris Paul are blank.
Yeah, I didn't think you was going to acknowledge that shirt, Jenna. Like, I mean, that's the most important part of this whole discussion. That was genius. I absolutely loved it. Hopefully they monetized it and sold a couple of tees to the public. But anyways, I had Fitzmagic and Deandre Ayton has Chris Magic. That's what this is. The relationship between a quarterback and wide receiver is similar to the relationship of a point guard and a center. If you don't have your guy that can get you the ball and get you in the right spots, then it doesn't matter how good you are. So that's what this is to me. Also, last night, or watching this game, 2 nights ago, watching these games and just watching this team, I'm like, why would CP3 leave? I know this isn't the question, but that was on the top of my mind. Was a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the Knicks potentially offering a 3-year deal with a lot of money, but why would he even consider leaving? This is true impact. When you have your teammates talking about you this way and you step into an organization, a locker room, and totally transform the culture and actually take a team from never being haven't been in the playoffs in 10 years to being in the playoffs, you don't leave. So this is a big story, and absolutely love how Ayton's giving him his flowers.
Well, there is
All
a
right,
big
before I
story
give
here.
my answer, and Wilds, don't give your answer, but let Wilds take over. Wilds called an in-game timeout. I heard him. So, Wilds, do what you need to do here, then come back to me, please. Go ahead, Wilds.
Okay, here's the thing, a world. Just because you're able to turn a clever phrase doesn't make it true. So Chris Magic does roll off the tongue. But all-time great Chris Paul is not Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's just not. He's not. And the fact that you tried to slide that into the show, like, you know, Deandre Ayton's got a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the, maybe, you could argue,
Don't
best
invalidate
point
my
guard ever.
feelings.
And you're like, you know why I had Ryan Fitzmagic? It's just, I don't invalidate my feelings.
Have you learned anything about communication? You have to validate the other first. Do not invalidate my feelings towards Fitzmagic.
I'm sorry, then you're right. I take it all back.
Communication,
I
Wilds.
take it back.
The first rule.
I take it back.
All right. Now, moving past the Ryan Fitzpatrick part of this, I got 3 points. The first one is, I encourage anyone who's having a hard or stressful day, look up some Deandre Ayton sound bites. He is one of the most wholesome, just kind, good-natured stars we have in this league. Every interview with him, he seems just like a big kid. I love it. That's first of all. Second of all, I think Chris Paul has finally found the right generation to play with. So, like, in his history,
right.
Chris Paul, amazingly effective, not really a beloved teammate. Because it was guys his age or older than him early on that he was barking at, yelling at. Because he's so smart and sees the game at such a high level that he's rubbed guys the wrong way. He teams over with Blake. Blake's like, I was already here. And now you're telling me what to do. DeAndre Jordan's like, you're a foot shorter than me and always screaming at me. Like, but now it's guys who grew up looking up to him. So I think that works. My answer, however, is this is 6 weeks too late. Hey, Deandre Ayton, you know when I would have liked to hear this? When that MVP voting was still going on. When you could have helped me out and helped him out and said, hey, you know who's the MVP? This guy who's taught me everything. This guy who's taken my game to a new level. Where was this when the votes were still to be cast? While you were saying this is what we needed, and now we're getting it a month and a half after the votes have been cast. That's frustrating,
Right.
Wilds. All the rest of it I love.
So, obviously, I love Chris Paul, and this is why he should have been MVP. I would say, I'll go back to the beginning of the story, though. I think he needs a new shirt. You can't be complimenting Chris Paul by wearing a Devin Booker shirt.
That's what
and
I
just
said.
for a little insight into everyone's personality, I got an extra role there, too, I'm going to throw to. Just as an insight into everyone else's personality here. Well, I think all of us were like, oh, that's a cool shirt. Brandon is the only one with like a full-on, like multiple side businesses. Brandon was like, yeah, it was a cool shirt. I hope you monetize that. So great job, Brandon. Hope you
Great
monetize
ROI
that.
on
That was a great
t-shirts.
That's all I think about. Monetize
That
everything.
image is not copyrighted.
Hope you monetize
Our great
that.
ROI.
Monetize everything.
Monetize it. Monetize it.
All right, let's switch gears. Time for Wild's Weird and Wonderful from the national pastime. Clayton Kershaw. What a night from him. 13 strikeouts
Here we go,
in a
baby.
7-1 win over the Cubs. K's
for
for
us?
days for Clayton Kershaw, but not weird or wonderful enough. Kevin Wilds, what do you got?
Oh, we'll start Friday in the Mexican Baseball League, the Mariachis versus the Railroaders. No more Valdez at the plate. Ball goes to the shortstop, brings it home, and it looks like Harris is out here. He is not. He is called safe. The catcher's like, what? I tagged him. He's like, nope, sorry, you didn't. The play was reviewed and upheld. The Mariachis end up scoring 7 runs that inning to win the game. Moving on to the wonderful Pirates-Cardinals. Yadi Molina with a shot to third base.
Slow motion.
Brian Hayes with the throw of the year from the dugout. Out.
Whoa.
Now look, great play. Let's be honest, Yadi Molina, you're on this segment a lot for your awesome stuff. You got to be one step faster, just one step faster. You would have got it. And then finally, the weird Angels-Rays top 3. Fletcher hits a pop-up fielded by second baseman Brandon Lau, who makes a terrible throw to Nowheresville, just kind of in between third and home. All right, seems like a broken play. Or was it? Or was it just a savvy strategy? Yarborough gets the ball, throws it home.
Fitzmagic would never make a throw like that.
Fitzmagic would never. That did look like a Fitzmagic throw. Ends up being out.
That's exactly what it
to
was.
the Angels, and that's the weird and the wonderful.
That's exactly what it was. It was Fitzmagic. Back to the NBA. Is the Western Conference Finals as good as over? First things first.